Here I have a Honda CB350. I need to get this bike running and driving for Saturday. And today is Thursday. There's a vintage rally in town and I'd love to bring this bike. I have no idea what kind of condition this bike in other than what we see at the moment, but it seems to be all there. I did turn over the kickstart a bit and it does seem like it has enough compression to run. So I'm just hoping we have spark, and if we have spark we should be golden. I only have this evening. It's currently 10 p.m. Tomorrow I'm working all day and I only have tomorrow evening as well. So I am in a bit of a time crunch. This thing hasn't been running for maybe 8, 9, 10 years. To be honest, I really don't know, but it's been a while. So it would be lovely to get this thing bursting into life again and bring it to the vintage rally. The tank was probably the worst part. The tank was completely rotten with rust, but I've already did the tank and I'll show you that now, what I've done to it. So first thing I'll do is just check the oil. That's plenty of oil for now to see if we can get it running. Let's take off the old sparker. They were not tight. It doesn't look too bad, actually. Okay. I see what's going on. We have an odd spark. So we did get 1 or 2 sparks. I'm just gonna swap out for a spark plug that I know is good and we'll try again and see if it makes any difference. I'm just gonna check the sparker on the other side now. So we have the odd bit of spark here and there from both of them. I think the coils are okay, we could test them, but since we're getting the odd spark, I think it's down to our points. We have to check them. They're probably a little bit corroded from being left up for so long. They don't look too bad actually. We can also just look at the points here and turn the engine over and see if we have any connectivity kind of sparking thing there. Just looking at the screws here, they do look a little bit used. This would be absolutely amazing if this was just it. We're kind of hoping this bike was just left up running, you know? Okay, let's try again with the old spark. I'm such an idiot. For that second test run, we had no spark again, but I had the key set to like the park mode. It's meant to be here. That's on. Nice big spark. That's a big improvement. That's fantastic. We have spark, but it looks like we only have spark on one side. We can clearly see this one sparking, but this one isn't. I hooked up a battery to the bike, and it turns out a few things are working. We have lights, our neutral light works, and the left side indicators, they actually work, which is fantastic. And the starter actually works too. Although, it makes an odd sound sometimes. You can see that that point is sparking just fine. Now this one on the other hand, I don't actually think it's reaching, so I'm just gonna keep my finger there and see if that makes it spark. Oh wow, yeah, that's it. So that's the other side sparking now. So I might just need to make that small adjustment, and then we have both sparks on both sides. What I might do is give the engine a compression test, because I'm not too convinced about the compression just yet. So we're getting around 80 psi, just under 80. Should be enough to start. I'll test the other one now. It's not really that great. So the left side cylinder is looking a little bit more normal at 110 psi. Still a little bit low. I'll put a bit of oil in the cylinders to increase that compression a little bit. Let's take off these covers. Our next step is to try and procure a good source of fuel. And now I have to try, since we have spark, I'm going to put a bit of carb cleaner into each carb and crank it over and see what happens. Yes, you heard it start up. So the Honda's tank, it's okay on the outside. It's on the inside that really is bad. It's, oh my god, that's a lot of rust. The kind of the dead sound in the tank. I don't see any rust on the outside. It doesn't look like any of the seam welds have, you know, rust coming through them. The fuel tap area, it's jammed up in there. I have some rust converting solution that I'm going to leave in it for a few days. I'm going to try and loosen as much of the rust as I can physically. I'll use some ball bearings. Get as much of that loose stuff out as we can before we start using our chemical conversion method. At the bottom of the tank there's this really strange tar. It's probably really old fuel that's been evaporated. So the stuff I'm going to use to convert the rust, I haven't used it before. I thought it was pretty good. Deoxy. And we mix this with water. The more of this you use, the more potent it is. It's reusable. It's kind of like the evaporust stuff. I left the solution sit in this tank for probably 24 hours and it's done a really good job. You can kind of see through there. You can see bare metal. So I'm just going to empty it out now. Oh shit. Oh, idiot. So the deoxy rust converter has worked so good. Let's take a closer look here. You can see in the tank on top, it's bare metal. Now at the bottom, it's a bit of a different story. There's like that weird tarry substance. It has cleaned all the way through. You can see underneath it, there is bare metal. So I'm going to use petrol to clean that out. I have the tank strapped to a cement mixer. Half a tank of petrol in there. Hopefully that'll loosen that whatever rubbish is at the bottom of that tank. I'll leave that going for a little while and we'll carry on with the bike. Taking off the air box. It's the next day. I have this evening to get this bike roadworthy and running for the rally. Let's see the other side. The clutch works, but it feels a bit dry. So I'm going to take off the clutch cable and let some lubricant soak down into the cable. Starting to get these carbs out and rebuilt. So we have a few hours to get this ready. Alright, that's one carb off. Really quick and simple. So let's bring this one on the bench and have a look. This is a throttle line I put on yesterday night. I tested the carbs, but they started overflowing and loads of fuel was going everywhere, so I left it. Oh, that's quite yellow in there actually. That was nice clean fuel that went in. Oh yeah. Oh, damn. Look at the carbs there. They're pretty dirty. Our diaphragm is intact. That is very good. Okay, so that's most of the carburetor taken apart. What I'm going to do is just clean everything now. This is the carb all cleaned up. The gasket for the float bowl is really good. I thought it'd be cracked and everything, but I'm going to reuse that. All the holes and ports are cleaned. Okay, so now it's just time to put it all back together. This is the floats off the other carburetor and it has a tiny little hole in it. I'm going to repair that with some solder. That's not too hard to fix. The rest of the carburetor is pretty much the same. It's going fine. They're both clean. So let's take these over and I'll install them back into the bike. Just like that. Auxiliary tank on. And the two fuel hoses going into the carburetors. I have a feeling they might leak. I really don't know about the needle and float setup. Fingers crossed everything seals, and including the carb bowl gasket on the other carb wasn't as good as the first one we did. Let's give it a shot and start it. On the fuel, it's not leaking just yet. Started straight away. Alright, it's currently 11 p.m. Tomorrow, the rally is on at 8 o'clock in the morning. So we gotta get this buttoned up. It runs, and it seems to be running pretty good. This is amazing. This cylinder is pinging more than the other one though. That is the cylinder with the lesser compression. This is the petrol that came out of the tank. That's after I've had it mixing for a while to try and get that gooey stuff at the bottom out of it. And it's still not good. I'm still not happy with it. It removed a good bit. I'll rinse it out more. The tank actually started to rust again, as you can see, when I had the petrol in it, which is a bit weird. Another thing I need to get now is a fuel tap for this, because I don't actually have a fuel tap. I was really lucky. I actually found a fuel tap. Good thing is we have filters along with it. I'm sorting out why the right-hand side indicators weren't going. The little slider that fits into that square, that little plastic thing, it wasn't going all the way to the left there to bridge middle and left connector. Turn on the ignition, I grab a screwdriver, put that in between them. We have our indicator just by bridging them. So very simple. I'm just going to clean it, make sure the springs that are inside this thing springing out enough to push this little tab out against the copper contacts. So we have our left indicator, and now we have the right hand indicator. Fantastic. So the next thing I noticed is that this button here for the horn is not working. One of the wires here is completely not on there. If we just connect up this wire, this horn is working fine. Put a nice little spade connector on there. Let's connect that up. Turn on our ignition. So I put the fuel tank on. The fuel tank is all cleaned out from an old fuel, and I filled it up. The tank is not letting go much of that stuff now anymore. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drive this bike up and down the road a little bit, heat up the engine, and then I'm going to change the oil. I'll throw a bit of oil on this chain. So under here we have the sump. I have it cracked open. I know I'm going to get oil in my hands. Ooh, that definitely needs to be changed. Let that drain out for a bit. The cap says 2 liters, use SAE 10W40. So that's what we're going to use. We're going to use some Motul. Drink up. Yeah. Side stand is missing. I had a quick look around in my part selection and I actually found a motorcycle side stand that I had, but it's one of these. I mean, if it works. This has worked surprisingly well. Side stand check is going to make things a lot easier on the rally this morning. The bike is ready. We've done everything that we can at the moment and everything that's needed. It was as trouble-free as it could be. It just fell into place. It drives pretty good. It pulls. All right, let's head to the vintage rally. I made it outside. Now we gotta head 15 minutes that way and we'll be at the rally. Let's do it. Made it into town anyway. It's a really good turnout this year. A lot of nice bikes. And here's the Honda CB350. And that's Alan's bike this year. He took his Virago. Braden's there as well. Hey Braden!
Hi!
Braden has his Honda Rebel.
Winning it,
yeah.
Gone home in the bag.
Alright, it's time to go. Let's get moving. We're all ready to go. Seconds.
Yeah.
I'll meet you at Glensk.
Okay. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Go.
Good luck, lads. Look at that view. What a wonderful day. Okay, so we have a bit of a situation. I'm not getting any fuel. See that stuff there? That was inside the little float bowl here. It's completely blocked up. So that's because I was running on the reserve setting. So I'm just going to keep it on the on. At least the on has some good flow. Clean this out. Oh my god, look at all that sludge.
You found the problem?
Yeah, I had a lot of dirt
In your carb?
and the tank.
Oh, I'm with you.
Luckily it's caught here, but this got blocked up real big. So hopefully I can get enough flow
Have you got petrol?
in the tank, yeah, full tank.
Oh, it's alright.
We'll see now. I was running on reserve and that sucked all the shite in.
Oh, I'm with you, yeah. Not coming through?
Doesn't seem like it. Right, made it to let it frack. We can do something about that filter.
Oh, that'd be right.
We got a new fuel filter. Some Giga Chad had one. We're good to go. Good, man. How are you doing?
Yeah, no good.
Yeah?
Are we going this way, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
stick together.
Yeah?
We'll let Alan lead.
Are you guys racing, no?
Oh yeah, but that's the timed run is an overall time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, if you go over 24 or 38 kilometers, like, are you out of it then, or?
Well, that's like the average speed. I broke down.
I was thinking, alright, man. I didn't see it till the end or something like.
Yeah. I had a dirt in the fuel.
Really?
A lot of it, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Good.
Right, made it to Glenn's house and we're gonna go inside and have a bit of grub. The new filter, it's actually doing perfectly fine. Let's head inside. We made it to Glenn's house. The bike's all made it.
Yeah, made it finally.
Yeah.
After no breakdowns.
No breakdowns. We just had a stuck dirty ass filter. Yeah.
And free refill.
Can't wait to get some grub, eh?
Oh, fuck it.
Oh yeah. There's a big long line. Are you hungry, Alan?
Marshall, I had an ice cream earlier, you know.
Of course. Fat fuck.
Free ice cream.
Well, the food finally came.
Thank God.
Oh.
Getting tired of talking to you.
Can I go make it? Oh my god. Are you hungry?
Yeah, I'll always eat.
Let's
Fuck
get
yeah.
a pint. Yeah.
All my legs fucking cramped up bad there.
Yeah, I could see that. You're low in sugar. You should have had the cake.
I might do an oil.
We made it. Okay, it's the end of the day, and Honda CB350 has made it the whole day. Now, I do feel when we're driving along, this back wheel is teetering all over the place. Our swing arm bearings and bushings, there's quite a lot of play in that. I can feel it when I brake and when I feather out the clutch. So that'll definitely be next on the repair list. It was a great turnout. I mean, everyone had great crack. Managed to get it fixed in time last night. I couldn't be happier. Still so much that you could do on it. We did like close to 200 kilometers today. Yeah, I think close to 200 kilometers. That was a good test. Well, that's it. Gonna have some dinner soon and find out who wins the race. I'm curious to see what kind of compression we're getting out of that right hand cylinder now. So next year. What a great day. Anyone curious, our right hand side cylinder is now 140 psi after running it for a whole day. So it's much improved, almost double. Left hand side cylinder has also come up a small bit, and it's almost 145. So both cylinders are pretty much the same. So that's good news. The bike has a relatively healthy engine, so